Everyone, I want you to take a look at this. This is Robert. Now, Robert claims one of his sisters has 4 daughters. Another sister has 3 daughters. Robert also has 7 sisters. Robert says it's clear that boys do not run in his family, even though he's a boy. So that's one of the reasons he doubts he's the father of this 1-year-old boy named Braxton. So joining us now from Tarentum, Pennsylvania, is Braxton's mother, Tierra, who is furious that her boyfriend, Robert, is denying her son. Okay, what do you think about this excuse?
It's absolutely ridiculous because how can you not make boys? He did not go to the doctors, as far as I know, to get tested to see if he can have boys or not. So as far as I know, he can have boys.
Not only is he denying 1-year-old Braxton, he is also requesting a DNA test from us for your 2-year-old daughter, Britley.
Well, because she came out with dark hair whenever she was first born, and she had Chinese-looking eyes because she was 8 pounds, 15 ounces.
I see. I mean, I call him your boyfriend. Are you together? Do you have a relationship right now?
Yes, we are together, Maury. We usually are on and off because we argue a lot. We do. But sometimes we basically try to make agreements with each other, and they just don't seem to work. But we try to make it work for our kids, though. So
let's start with your 2-year-old, okay, with Britley. When did he start questioning her? Before she was born or not?
Whenever I was pregnant with Britley, he started questioning her because he wanted to try to sit there and say that the picture that me and him took together was another guy. So he's basically saying that he was another guy that I was sleeping with in the same bed. But meanwhile, it was him the whole time.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. He has a picture of you in bed with him, and he thinks it's another guy.
Yep.
Come on. Really?
I know, right? Come on now. How do you not know what yourself looks like? You look at yourself every day, don't you?
I see. He came to the hospital, didn't he, when you gave birth to Britley?
Yes, he did. He actually came with flowers, nice, pretty roses. He came with McDonald's, even though I couldn't eat it. It was basically like a tease. But he was actually really sweet about it, and he actually got emotional whenever she was born. But then whenever she came out, that's whenever he started saying that I don't believe that that's mine because she has dark black hair.
Did he sign the birth certificate?
He did, yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at Britley once more and take a look at Robert. Do you think they have similar features?
Yes, look at the nose, look at the eyes, look at everything, look at the chin, look at everything on them. They look like freaking twins. They look like twins. I don't think she even looks like me.
Right. So let's move on to your son, Braxton, who's 1 now, all right? When did you discover that you were pregnant with him? Must have been pretty soon after you gave birth to Britley, right?
Yes, it was actually in December whenever I found out, which was super close. I told him that I was pregnant, and he basically didn't want to believe it, even though he's the one who basically planned it.
Right.
Because me and him were on a break, and in the beginning of October, I was messing around, we were on a break, but I didn't sleep with anybody. He kept accusing me and saying that I was sleeping with somebody. And I never slept with anybody. So I kept sitting there saying that I slept with this dude because he would not stop asking me the same question.
Oh,
so
my God.
Obviously I'm going to sit there and tell him what he wants to hear.
Taya, don't say that to a guy when it doesn't happen. I mean, we go bananas. I mean, between that and telling somebody he's not the father when he really is the father, that will drive us bonkers. We're too simple-minded to think anything else. You see, we're not smart enough to think that you're just doing this out of anger. We believe it, and I'm sure he believed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did believe it.
Okay.
Who's just going to come out and say that they slept with somebody on a break and then say that they didn't once they get back?
Because you kept bothering me about it the whole freaking year. You would not stop running your mouth, so obviously I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, right?
So what did he say when you found out you were having a boy? Oh, boy, that must have stuck with him.
He was like, he wanted to sit there and say that's not his because he didn't think he could have boys. Like, whenever he seen the little pee-pee on the ultrasound, he was like, no, that can't be it. That's a mistake. It's going to come out a girl. I can't have boys.
What happened when you went to the hospital? Was he happier once he went to the hospital and saw Braxton or not?
We were actually fighting in the hospital. We were actually arguing in the hospital the whole time. And then as soon as I got out of the hospital, he left me. He went to work, and then he didn't even come back home after that. So I was stuck with the newborn and my youngest and my other child, my oldest child.
So do you think Braxton looks like Robert?
Twins. Twins, look at that. Look at the nose. Look at everything. Look at everything, Maury. Don't they look like twins? Don't they look like twins?
Yeah, they